Hello, all you beautiful people out here. I am walking around this courtyard because you can see the gray skies behind me. It has been raining all night and everything is wet. So there really isn't a place for me to sit down. But I wanted to get this last video out here because today is my last full day here at the nursing facility, and it's been a long trial here. This, crazily enough, started, as a lot of people have been telling me, that I probably got this infection from getting the new stent put in my arm when they put the cath up my leg, and never would have thought I'd end up getting such a bad infection that would force me to go back to the hospital. I have spent almost the entire month of October and half the month of November being treated for this infection. 6 weeks. Started in the hospital over a week, and then I got transferred here. I've been here for over a month being treated for this, and 18 days of IV antibiotics and here, and then having over a full week of IV antibiotics there at the hospital, and which would make it 26 days of IV antibiotics followed by 2 weeks of oral antibiotics. And just I'm looking forward to going home, but I'm looking forward toward the end of this trial of my life, and hopefully moving on to the next one, and hopefully the next one won't be as crazy and severe as this one. You can see I'm missing the arm of my glasses because they broke off. It broke off a little while back, and I'm just trying to be able to still use my glasses so I can see, because I can't see. I can see, I just can't read anything close up. So the closer it gets to my face, I can't read it. But yeah, it's my last full day here. Just had lunch and standing out here, it's kind of surreal that it's coming to an end. I'm happy that it's coming to an end. Like I said, I want to go home. I want to see my wife and kids. Of course, the challenge there is going to be having to pace myself and take it easy, and having to allow them to help me and treat me, and because I'm the kind of guy that's like, go, I gotta go. And the crazy part about this is that you think that this was like a trial that was, this happened just the last couple of months. And I gotta tell you something, the trials that have happened in my life started back when the pandemic first started. I know that sounds crazy, that was like 5 years ago. But back then I was working a great job and started doing DoorDash, supplement my income, and making some pretty good money. And then all of a sudden, one day, I got let go and no job. But I started doing DoorDash, and I was making pretty good money there because it was essential work back then. And when no one was working, I was working, so it was nice. And then when we started opening up everything, I could still do it. I was still applying for work. I thought, okay, well, now that the pandemic's over, I can go and see if I can get back into doing radio and production, and maybe do some films. And everything was still closed. Stuff got automated. Stuff got computerized. Stuff got to a point where it's like, all of a sudden you're realizing that they really don't need you as much anymore. And so you're hoping that you can still get back to it. And then all of a sudden, as I'm doing the one thing that's making me money, which is DoorDash, it's like all of a sudden they stopped offering openings for me to work. And that became a challenge, because now I wasn't working and I couldn't find anything. No one was hiring. So it's like, it becomes a challenge when you're not working. It becomes a trial. And through all this whole time, I've been leaning on God, and I know that not a lot of people, not a lot of people don't want to hear about it, because. But if you've been a subscriber to our channel for a while, you know what our faith is, what our faith is like. And we don't run around like shoving it down everybody's throat. We let you know, God, and I've, been exposed to people who have been talking about God, more and more about God, and I'm like, why should I keep this to everybody? Because through every trial I've been through in my life, God's been there. Every trial I've had in my life, I've leaned on God, and He's gotten me through it. And He's gotten me through this one too. I have learned so much about myself in these last couple months through this trial. It has been unreal. What kind of person I am, good and bad, how I have to change, how I have to help myself, work on myself. It's the education you learn through going through trials. I will say this though, that I have been blessed through a lot of this stuff. I mean, when I lost my job at the radio station, so I couldn't work anymore, I took what I learned, and I wouldn't have started this channel if I hadn't been let go. I wouldn't have done that short film. I would have, when you're going through trials, you've got to lean on, and I know I'm going to say this, but leaning on God through trials is what it's all about. Finding out what kind of person you are when you're going through trials only helps. It gets you through the next trial. I know there's another trial coming after this. I don't know what it is, but I know that what I need to do is lean on God and trust Him, and He'll get me through it. I got a wonderful family that loves me and cannot wait for me to come back home. And like I said, my only challenge is taking it easy and pacing myself and not feeling I gotta rush right into doing something else. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let. This is a time in my life right now where I gotta take it a little easy. I still gotta work. I still gotta find employment. I still gotta do all that stuff. All that stuff I was doing before all this happened. Still gotta do that. But like I said, this is my last day here. And as I'm reflecting on all this, let me tell you something. If I hadn't have gone through this, I think that, I hate to think about what it would be like, but I can tell you this. If I hadn't have gone through this trial, I think I would not be a different person than I am now. Listening to all these podcasts and trying to better myself, trying to learn more about myself, trying to be a better person, better husband, better father. I know, I'm reflecting on all this. Because tomorrow I'll be sitting at home with my family, we'll be having dinner, and I'll be crying and thanking them for all they've done for me for this whole thing. But I wanted to get that out there to you guys, just to let you know that despite me leaving here, I still got a lot of work to do. I still got a long way to go. I know there's another trial coming, and I know that there's got to be something that's gonna, as I continue to switch arms here, I know this isn't the end of my story. I know that this will give me a chance to do some great content in the next few months, and while I'm taking it easy and trying to heal and do all other stuff, I know this is going to be a great opportunity for everybody. I'm looking forward to all this. I'm looking forward to what's next. I really am. I'm looking forward to what's next. This is going to be great. I'm going to let you go. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.